what all you folks discuss in this call, when?
Um, from previous engagement, most of the time this call is just about updating everyone else about what's going on, like what the progress is, probably do some demo if there's something that you want everyone else to know.
Okay, so let's start this. Shweta, you just wanna give a high-level summary of what you have done in last 3 4 days?
Yeah. So Vin, actually, I've basically I've set up the OpenMRS instance, and I've also been able to get, get the source code for the Mozilla modules from GitHub, and I've built the OMods, and I've just been launching the app, and I've just been testing out a little bit on how the app is working. And yesterday I just started working on one of the issues on Jira, which is having the bank character in the password is causing the login or the app to crash actually. So that's what I've been working on, as well as I've also been working on the help section. I just got some information from Ada, and I've been mostly working on the password issue for now. But I've been assigned these 2 tickets, so that's what I'm working on currently.
Okay.
So
go ahead, Sweta.
So I just had a very quick question. I just wanted to understand, like on OpenMRS, I understand that you have to create a user and assign a role to that user. When I'm assigning the role, what role should I give that user so that he can be able to log in to Mozilla? Like, should he be a provider? Should he be a system developer?
So, when very quickly, I mean, we have some questions on the basis of what we have seen so far in terms of the 2 tickets which were assigned to Shweta. So, is this the right forum to ask those questions, or what do you guys do in this call again? I mean,
Yeah, I think this is the right forum. Well, I haven't tested out with other users, so I only have one user in my OpenMRS instance, which is the admin. So it is something that we probably want to test it out. I will get more information from Ada, like what kind of role need to be assigned to the user, but most likely it's going to be the provider.
Okay, so that's what I also thought initially, and
before we go into the details, Shweta, so Ben, if you can find out, because OpenMRS defines multiple roles of the users, so can you give us some, or you find out, or if you know, then you can share with us what those roles mean and all of that, because very frankly, what we thought looking at it, for example, that provider is the role which a health worker on the field will have. So Shweta created that, and then we were not able to log in also into the system. So I think there are some idiosyncrasies around these roles. So if you can enlighten us about what those roles are, then that would be helpful. I mean, right now, finally, I think. Sorry,
Yeah.
How did you log in finally?
Finally, actually, I just gave the same user, I enabled the system developer role, and I was able to log into Mozilla.
So it seems if you create a user which has only provider as a role, you just can't log into Mozilla, it seems.
Okay. Yeah, I need to have a look at that.
Yeah. Okay.
So the granularity of the roles and privilege prevent some data get executed on the server side. So that potentially causing the REST, which being called by the application to get blocked. I think I need to have a look at that, but we'll get more info, especially from Ada, because we need to know like what kind of roles, what kind of privilege the user will have. And based on that, I think we can do some more further investigation. Um, just, I think I need to create a ticket on this one just to make sure this doesn't fall or we don't forget about this.
Do you want us to create the ticket?
Yeah, I think I can create a ticket for this one.
Okay, so we are going to leave it to you to create the ticket then.
Yeah, Sarita, if you find any issues or problem, you are more than welcome to create a ticket and then uh, label it
Okay.
based on the expected affected version.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there is another thing that I think this is related to the password issue with the bank character causing the app to crash. I think it was first reported as a space in the login causes the app to crash. And I was just looking at the comments there, and I think Ada has put in a comment saying that you tested it along with her, and I just wanted to just get a quick idea on how you'll actually tested it. Uh, like, can you just tell me the steps for so I can make sure that I'm actually recreating the issue the exact same way that you guys found the issue on the first time?
Which ticket are we talking about? I don't know. I think at one point we already have a fix for this ticket, I think.
Okay, because it says unresolved. I don't know. Okay, originally the ticket was the title of the ticket says
Do you have the ticket number here?
yeah, I think it's 45.
Can you just open
We
that?
found.
I'll just 1 second. I'm just looking up the ticket thing, ticket number.
45 is adding help section.
No, it's 12. Muzima 12.
012. Oh, I think so. At that time, the when you put a space at the end of password or username, it crashes the system.
Okay.
So I think the step to replicate is just that one. So if you open the application and then you put a space or a space on either username or password, it will crash the application. So if it's not happening, then I guess we should close the ticket because it's not happening. So Ada is here and Nelson is here.
Hi there.
As well.
Sorry that we're late.
Hi, Ida.
Okay.
Vin, just to cross-check with you. So the steps, the key thing is we tested it on the Android emulator. The emulator, and there, if we go to the settings screen, which is where password is one of the fields, and if we change the password there, yeah, and add that character at the end, that works fine. But what happens is that I think after that, if you try to do anything, it basically rejects your credentials. We didn't observe that as soon as in the settings, in the password field, if you go and add this character and save it, the application was not crashing. But after that, we could not do anything on the app because it was just saying, it was basically saying it's an invalid user or something like that. In fact, we observe the same behavior even if it is not a space or bang, but even if, let's say, it's an alphabet.
Is this happening when it's in the setting?
Yeah. Okay. So if I go to the settings thing, right, and let's say my password is whatever 123 or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I say 123 and I add the letter A after that, and it says okay. It allows me to say okay that I've changed the password, and after that the app crashes. It says Muzima, sorry, Muzima has stopped working. Right? So I just wanted to understand when you all said putting space character, are you saying that why would a person, okay, is it like a space character is part of your username or your password?
So like the password actually are set up during in the OpenRS applications. So OpenRS allows special character, and the special character is like exclamation mark. And then when the user try to use the same password to log into the Mozilla app during the login screen, it crash.
Okay.
Okay, so Adar, I'm going to ask you for some steps here. So you say, if let's say you create a new user using the OpenMRS interface, yeah, and let's say you create a user, say name Rohit Bansal, and the password is Rohit123, followed by this bang character. So Rohit123 bang character.
Okay.
You create this kind of user in OpenMRS, yeah?
Yeah, we do have user with password of special character.
Sorry, can you say the last part again, Ada?
Who has special character in their password in OpenRS.
Okay. Now, if you, for this new user, now if you log into Muzima and you say username Rohit Bansal, password Rohit123 bang, you are saying if you enter that at the login screen of Mozilla application, the application crashes.
Okay, so that's why they cannot hear me. Okay, sorry about that. Let's say that I already have the Uzima application installed on a mobile device, and then my colleague used my device to log in for the first time. And then his password has a special character. For this case, it's the exclamation mark, and it crashed during the login screen.
So even when this your colleague of yours is logging into this device of yours for the very first time, even then it crashes. Right?
What's that? I'm sorry, it got cut off.
No, so what I'm actually, so Ada, we are trying to find out what steps did you do to, when this application was crashing on you. Okay.
I can give you the steps how to reproduce this error. First step is that as a user who has an OpenRS account logged in already in OpenRS application, and then the password has a special character. For this case, it's an exclamation mark. And then this user and now try to log into Uzima app on a mobile device, which already have the initial setup done already by another user. So now this user with the special character in the password try to log into Uzima on the mobile device, it crashed.
So I have one question. This user who has special character on the in the password, is he logging into this device for the very first time?
It never happened to me. The ticket is from Manu and Regan.
I can reproduce it.
Which ticket is this?
Okay, so Ada and Ben, I would request you if you guys can try reproducing it at your end and then give us the steps, that would be very helpful. Because I'll tell you on
Okay.
our side what happened was that we created a new user using the OpenMRS interface. Then that user had a special character in the password. And then this user logged in into Mozilla app for the very first time. And this user was able to log in. Okay. I'll tell you where we face the problem. Now let's say there is a user created using OpenMRS interface without any special character in the password. Then this user logs into Mozilla. No problem. The user is able to log in. When we go to the settings and try to change the password and add this character at the end, after that user is not able to use Mozilla at all. Now, which is true not just for this special character, but even for any character if we add. So it seems that there is some problem in the way change password is working right now on the application. Because it's not working even for other characters also. So somewhere it appears to us that the change password has some issue. Sorry?
Rohit, I don't think you're allowed to change the password in the setting. I never noticed any configuration to change the password in the setting page. It should be disabled if it exists because you're not supposed to change it, I think. Yeah.
Oh.
So if you want to,
there is a settings page. Sorry, go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. There shouldn't be an option to change your password from the setting page. So if you want to change your password, it should be done in the server. Yeah.
Okay. Probably. Hello. Are you guys there?
Yes, we're here.
They're not on video.
Hold a second. I don't think. Oh, it's changeable.
It's not supposed to.
Yeah, it's not supposed to. Yeah, it's not supposed to change. I think.
Unless you change the username, then you can change the password, right?
Yeah. Settings.
If you're saying settings should not allow the password to be changed, okay, fine. But in that case, I don't think we are able to reproduce this error. Because if we assume that there is no change of password happening through that settings screen, then which means the Mozilla cannot allow the password to be changed. So in that case, I don't think we are able to recreate this error. Because when we try to create a new user using OpenMRS, which has some special character in the password, we were able to create that user in OpenMRS and then log in into Mozilla using that password which had a special character.
No. Exclamation.
No, when it's inside, it's already happened.
I never tested out.
You did, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
You always do. How about this? Let us spend a little bit on that, and then we can update the tickets with the information.
Sure, sounds good.
Yeah, so for now we will not work on that because, as I said, we cannot reproduce this error. I mean, we tried and it works. So we don't know. So Ada, I think we would have that other ticket, which is the help thingy, but we would need some other ticket also.
Yeah. So how about let's just put this ticket on hold for your side, and then we will assign a different ticket for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, what do you want to ask?
Ada, we were just asking Win just before you joined about what role a user has to be given on OpenMRS so that that user can become a Muzima user.
I think I just put a comment there. Most of the users would have a provider role.
Okay. Because I'm not okay, so one thing I have to tell you guys is the code that I have right now, for the way I've set it up, I've taken everything on the development branch, which is the latest code from GitHub. And using all of this, I'm not able to log in. If I go to OpenMRS and I create a user, and then I create a user and I assign the role of a provider only. I don't give him any other role except for provider. And I save the user. Then I go to Muzima and I try to log in. It doesn't allow me to log in.
So nutshell, if you have a user who has just the provider role, you cannot log in into Mozilla.
Yeah. So because I wasn't sure what the problem was, I just tried to assign a system developer's role to the same user, and after that I can log in. So I was a little confused about what role a person should have so that he can access Muzima. Okay. This is just something I found that when I was setting up Muzima for the first time.
So yeah, I think the provider role in this test server is so restricted, like
with no privileges.
Yeah, it doesn't even allow the user to search patients.
So it's more like the customization of the implementation. So for this case, that means that on a test server, we did not really have a privilege set up correctly for the provider because it has very few limited privileges. So we just need to update to assign more privileges to the provider role in the test server, and then it should not have the problem because it doesn't have any privilege. That's the reason. So just update.
I'm not testing on the test server. I'm actually testing on my local server.
So your local server probably has the same issue. So you need to go to manage role, the role management page, and then you click on provider role, just to make sure that, hey, if any privilege actually assigned under that role.
Okay.
And this is OpenMRS, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I'm a manager.
Yeah, Sweta, we need to have a look at what AMPAT setup look like for the provider role. So I think we'll let you know about this one because we need to have a look at the production and how they set up the.
Okay. And I have a question about the Jira ticket, which is 45, Muzima 45, about the help section. So Ada, you sent content, and I just wanted to just confirm with you that that's a lot of content. Do you want me to put all of that there in the help section?
Yes, we want those 4 documents maybe converted into PDF file, and then so that they can be viewed in the mobile devices, and then and also there's a short video. I think it could be like right now just need to be like a hard copy of the video, or maybe just provide link to say, hey, tutorial video, stuff like that, and then when they have internet access, they can watch those on YouTube.
So you want just the link to the video and not the video itself. Am I correct?
I think for now, probably that would be the best case, and because probably the video size probably a little bit too big for now.
Right. Okay. And I just had a couple of other questions for Win. On maybe I can wait till you guys are done. This is more with respect to the setup and the code itself. I have some issues there. Okay. So Win, I was just wondering, like, I know that in the Muzima Android, the module, it references the other like Muzima API and Search API, and So I have the jars because Maven is pulling in the jars. But if I actually
Mm-hmm.
want to do the code and step into the code, let's say for example, Mozilla API is calling the authenticate method, which is part of the search API, which is part of the Mozilla API code. So how do I attach the source? Like, because I think the jars have not been shipped with the source. It
Yeah.
only has a. So when you guys set it up for someone new who just wants to start up, how do you guys do that?
Uh, yeah, we clone the code locally, and then we can attach in the option. We can attach the source code to the project.
Okay.
Yeah, I can show it to you, I guess.
Okay. Because right now I
Uh,
clone the project, but I'm not sure which version of the jar, I mean, which branch you guys are using, and because every module has a commit, and I'm not sure which source version of the source to attach.
uh, we'll just clone the development branch because everything is still not released yet. Everything is still there. So if
Okay.
you want to attach the source code, just attach the code from the development branch.
Okay. And I just get the latest commits for all. Is that correct?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. And another question I had was when the very first time I just set up Muzima and I created the user and I launched the app, it was my cohort has about 24 people, patients in it, and it takes a
Mhm.
very long time to download everything, especially the download encounters, observations. Those steps take a very long time. Is that expected? Or I'm just wondering.
Uh, yeah,
Sometimes it
to
sometimes
increase the speed of download, you need to go to the REST setting,
rest
and
setting. Okay.
yeah, go to the administration, and then go to the REST web service settings.
And this is on the Mozilla app.
No, this is in the server.
Okay.
I
So
think.
I go administration and REST web services settings,
uh
and then
I increased the default result size to like um, 200 or 300.
it's 500 right now for me.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's usually pretty quick for me.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's the reason we are bringing this to you, Vin, because while the server is running locally on Shweta's machine, the client is running locally here. These settings are supposed to be in a decent shape. There are only 24 patients for which the data needs to be downloaded, and it used to take
Mhm.
20 minutes and timeout.
Hmm.
so then I actually went and increased the timeout in the settings, so
Uh-huh.
it would. I did a bunch of things like that. It eventually came, and then now today I was able to fill in a form. And then when I say save a form, it took around 25 minutes, and it just kept saying saving, and then the session timed out. And then when I was able to log in again, I thought it'll at least show it to me as an incomplete form, but it said zero of complete forms and zero incomplete forms. So I'm
Which
not. Yeah.
form are you using?
I was using the histopathology form.
Yeah, we are in the process of converting all those forms because we noticed the Encato system backing that form is very
Mhm.
slow. So what we're working on creating the HTML version of those forms. What you potentially can use to test it out is the dispensary form
Okay.
and then the registration form.
Okay. So in the video that you sent me, it says that at least one of the forms need to be tagged as a registration form. So is
Right.
this to register a new patient, right?
Yes.
So let's say there's a patient John, right? So if can I ever fill in a dispensary form without filling a registration form for John? Is that why it's preventing me from saving? Should I always register the person first and then only allow
It
me
was
to?
not preventing you. It was just taking a long time to submit the form. It never said that, oh, you cannot
No, it
fill
didn't
this
even
now.
submit the form. Even to save the form, it took a very long
Right.
time.
So my point is, I think it is irrespective of whether registration is mandatory or not. You filled up a form, and then filling that form was taking a lot of time.
Right.
So I think that's the issue.
Yeah.
I mean, bringing a registration thing, I think you're talking about now the flow.
Yes.
So they're two separate things.
They're two separate things.
Okay.
Now I'm just trying to figure out why it would take so long if I'm doing something wrong on my end.
But then if you're doing something wrong, it should actually tell you that, oh, you cannot submit this form because you have not filled in registration form. But it's not telling you that. Yeah. So there are two different issues in my opinion.
Okay.
What is okay? I'll fix it. So.
And Vin, I just had a quick question about. I'm sorry, I have lots of questions today.
No, but shall we get a resolution on that? I mean, is Vin going to try that, or because you're moving on with the next
Okay.
question? So Vin, have you folks observed this? If not, then I mean,
He said,
it's a major issue with us.
or should we just wait?
Till you convert the forms to HTML.
Hello.
Hello? I'm sorry, what was it?
So no, we heard what you said that because the forms are Enketo forms, it's very slow. So y'all are eventually in the future going to convert it to HTML. And I just try with the dispensary form for now. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll not use any other form. We'll just try dispensary form tomorrow and then see how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Vin, I just had a quick question about the setup. So I'm not very familiar with the different kinds of forms. But if I'm going to upload a form on the OpenMRS server, it says that open. 1 second.
Whatever.
So when I try to upload a form, it gives me the option of, if I go to Mozilla Forms and it says Manage Forms, and I click on Import and I go to Existing, it says you should use the XForms model to create a form or something like that. So I don't know what that is, so I've never used that option, but I usually click on the Upload option, which allows me to click here to upload a form. And then it tries to upload a form from my local system, right? Vin, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Sweeta.
Yeah. So then I go and let's say I try to do the dispensary form, and then it gives me an option to select Java Rosa, ODK, and I think the other one is HTML. So which is the option that I need to select out here?
I think Java Rosa was created to, at a time, to validate the form to make sure it's conforming to the Java Rosa standard. If it's just a regular HTML, you can just put HTML as the option.
Okay. Because I think all of these forms, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Thanks for that. And yeah, that's pretty much the questions that I have from my side.
Okay.
So in nutshell, out of the two tickets, one is going on hold, which is that password issue, and second one, which is the help thing, which Shweta, you know what to do.
Yeah, for the
Yeah,
help thing.
we tested out the password ticket. I think we can close.
Okay. 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 So Muzima 12 is closed, and Muzima 45, which is the help section, I'm working on that right now. And what your guy, so basically for that, the documentation is already there on the ticket, and the 4 documents have to be converted to a PDF format and included in the help section. And the videos should be shown in the form of a link for now, so the person can click on it and watch the video on YouTube. Right. And I'm
All
also,
those videos are on YouTube.
yes, those videos are on, I think they're created by Patrick. So, and they're already up on YouTube, and I'm just going to have a link to those. And then I'm also working on putting together a document. Ada, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. So the document that you said that just a small document to let a new developer know what are the steps that he needs to take to set up OpenMRS as well as Muzima for the very first time, how to create a user, what roles the user should be given. And I'm going to have some tips about if you see this that it's taking so long, that's probably normal. And basically, I'm just going to put in whatever I have been facing when I'm setting up Muzima. And this is only intended for a developer, right? It's not for a. This is different from the help section.
Yeah, this is more like for the developer, like a new developer guy. I think it would be helpful you just start with, since like you, this is brand new to you, from your perspective, how you set up the environment, and then what roadblocks you run into, and then how how you resolve those. Maybe it will be helpful just to document those in a Google Doc and just share with us, and then we can just continuously to improve the document.
Okay. Okay, Ada.
So those are the only 2 things which we have to work upon. So we need.
Yes, so yeah, I think that would be the 2 items for now, and because we are meeting to go through our needs, and then I can, and then maybe during the weekend we can send more tickets on your side. Just FYI for Uzima number 12, actually we already fixed that, but he just somehow forgot to update on the ticket. That's why I thought that the issue was still there. So we just closed the ticket, so you don't need to worry about Uzima number 12.
Okay, though we just want to point out that change password thing, which is sitting out there in the application.
It's not supposed to be there, that feature.
Yeah, but it is there right now.
Yeah.
Take care of that.
Okay. Feel free to file a ticket for that one.
Sorry, Ada, you were asking something?
No, yeah, I said go ahead and file a ticket on about changing the password on the Uzima app under the setting page.
Okay, so we will file a ticket for that.
Thanks.
Okay, anything else?
I think nothing from outside. You have anything? Okay. I just want to. Yeah, I just want to introduce one more member from our side. His name is Nelson Bohr. Nelson, do you want just to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Nelson, and a new member, as she said.
Hi, Nelson.
Hi, Nelson.
So on this side, it's Rohit. So Nelson, are you based in Kenya or you are in US?
No, I'm in Kenya.
All right.
Yeah.
So Nelson, will you be working with us on this project, or what's the deal?
Yeah, I'll be working with you on Muzima.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So, Ada, one of the things which I wanted to find out, I believe next week you guys have a release, right?
That's correct. By next Friday, yes.
Okay. So, how does the availability of you folks look like next week? I'm just asking beforehand so that we are mentioning.
So, the tickets that really on our side, the remaining tickets is really on our side before the first release by next Friday. Lin has spent quite a bit of time and effort in resolving those tickets, and we are having a team here to extensively to test to make sure that those are actually resolved. So by Tuesday we'll have a better understanding where whether we're in good place or not. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll play it by the day and then see what is happening. I just wanted to get a sense. It's all right.
What did you say? Can you repeat?
Oh, I just wanted to get a sense of the availability of you folks next week. So I heard you. So we'll see and do it on a daily basis in terms of where it is.
Okay.
And right now we don't have anything with us, which is very crazy right now. So, but once we get once we then we'll see.
Okay. So probably we will send you an email sometime during the weekend just to let you know maybe give you a list of the next set of tickets for your side to work on. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And just on a different note, Rohit, Tom Mwangi is going to get in touch with you about the Moodle stuff.
Right. I sent a mail to him. So let's see. Is Tom based in Kenya or he's in US?
He was in US, but he's based in Eldorado now.
So
he's based in Eldorado.
Oh, Eldorado. Okay.
Yeah. He spent a year with us in Indianapolis.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So I don't have anything else.
Okay, I think probably that's to say thank you so much, and thank you. We'll chat again.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.